Hello, welcome to Chantz Talks. This is a show where I just talk about wherever I feel. And I just want to make something aware to all you people. So it's common knowledge, but nowadays you gotta be careful because common is it's not as common, common knowledge. Um, and I just wanted to put out there, in case anyone knows, that we're all gonna die. Not some sooner than others, but we're all goners eventually. And one thing I always found a bit morbid was the concept of wakes and funerals. So let me paint the picture for you. Basically, you or maybe one of your family members, close friends, or some random guy you never met. You open the newspaper one Sunday and there's sports, the political side, the classified ads, and then the dead. Because you know first thing first thing when you die, your family just starts writing about you in the paper. Can you imagine? First of all, I find that a little what's the word for it? A little weird. It's like I'm gonna die one day, and then there's gonna be a bunch of people writing shit about me in the newspaper. I hope it's good. And then, I don't care. I'm not gonna read it. I'm gonna be dead. But once you die, after they write some people, they give good articles like he was a great guy, family. Imagine if they were a bit more honest. It's like Chance Avalon died, big drinker. You just put that in there. Um, you know, fucking air it out now. He's gone. He's not gonna say anything. But you die, and then they write what the hell in the newspaper that week about you, and they also leave a date and time for your wake and funeral. So let me paint this picture. You die, okay? You're dead. You're dead. You're not coming back. You're dead. Hopefully, you don't come back because what's worse than dying and coming back? You know, Jesus could do it, but like, you know, that's I'm not Jesus. I'm just some guy. I don't want to come back after I die. Once I'm dead, you know, I'm I'm cool with it. We could leave it at that. But you die, and then your family plans a great thing. Hopefully, or maybe they just throw you in the ground where they find you. I don't know. Usually we make a big deal about this, especially in America. You die, you have a wake and a funeral, and so the wake is not the part where they bury you. That's the funeral. Hopefully they bury you, or maybe they burn you. That's another thing they do. But you go to your wake. Well, you're not there. Your body's there, and the whole concept of a wake is for about 12 hours. Everyone you know and love goes to a building. It's usually the funeral home. Sometimes people have it at their house, which, I mean, once I die, take me out the damn house at least. I'm gonna start smelling or something. Well, you're dead and you're at the wake, and for the next 12 hours, your body sits in the front of the room, and all your friends and family, everyone who's ever loved, cared about you, hate you. Listen, if you die and I don't like you, I'm gonna come check. Make sure. But that's just me. That's just me. Anyway, for the wake, for the next 12 hours, everyone's sitting, just watching your dead body for 12 hours. You know, First of all, may, why do we do this? Why are we sitting here and we're just watching? You know, we're just watching you, and so thank God I'm dead. If it's my wake, because fucking people staring at me for a godly amount of time. I'd get a little nervous. Who the hell is all these people staring at me for? But luckily, I'd probably be dead. You know, yeah. There's a reason for these wakes. It may seem a little strange to some people that you sit there and you watch your dead friend or family member for 12 hours. And there's a reason for it. It's because allegedly, I don't know, I haven't asked anybody about this. I just, that's what I hear. It's a little rumor going around that wakes before a funeral is because you want to make sure they're dead before you bury them. So therefore, everyone comes and they look at your body and they wait for you to wake up. Because if you're just knocked out or fuck, you overslept maybe, for a couple days, you overslept and then, oh shoot, I'm sorry. I fucking fell asleep. And they wake you up and then no funeral, because yeah, but that'd be hell, wouldn't it? You wake up, all your friends and family are crying and grieving and all this baloney, and then you wake up and everyone's like, "Oh, he's not dead," and then everyone fucking leaves. So like, I guess maybe that's why they bring food and everything, just in case you wake up and you have a little party. And it's like, "Oh, I'm not dead," But anyway, you have this wake. I find it a little morbid, you know. You're just sitting there watching the body. It's decaying in real time. Or I hear they shoot you up with drugs when you're dead. You know, I don't know about you, but it's a little late for drugs. Once I'm dead, I could have, you know, called me before I was gonna. Well, I guess they wouldn't know when I was gonna die, would they? Or maybe they do. Maybe that's why all these funerals happen so quick. Maybe you get a call before you die. It's like, hey, ready to plan your funeral and wake? And you're just like, huh? Well, I'm not dying anytime soon. They're like, yeah. Anyway, would you like to? And you plan it out and you die and you have the wake and everyone's at your wake. That's a little morbid, huh? Your friend and family are there and you're just dead. It's like what better way to grieve than to watch the corpse of your friend or family member for 12 hours, because that's a good way to get over the grief of your dead friend. Anyway, so you have the wake and you don't wake up because you're dead, and so you you're just there and they pack you up and put you in your box, the coffin, but it's a box, it's a box for people, and they make it comfortable. I don't fucking know why. You're dead. So, they put a couple of pillows in there, sometimes you get the nice ones with like sheets and stuff, like, I hear some of these richer folks, they go out on Tempur-Pedic coffins, the real soft one, they're so nice. You put these Tempur-Pedic coffins and you put the body in it, and then you put a wine glass half full on your dead relative's chest, and you can shake the hell out of the coffin and it never spills. It's real great stuff, technology and all that. Well, anyway, you die and you have your wake and you don't wake up, and your family watches you for 12 hours, and then the next day, hopefully, or a couple days later, I don't know, people do it differently. Some people burn you and they don't give a shit. Then you have your funeral. You have your funeral and you're dead. And everyone that went to your wake comes to your funeral the next day. Big waste of time, by the way. I think whenever the wake's done, it's been the 12 hours and you didn't wake up, and it's like, well, shit, we're all here. Throw them in the ground tonight. I feel like if we're being morbid as hell staring at dead bodies for 12 hours, we might as well bury them at night too, with the spirits. That's what I think. But anyway, now you got to get up early the next day after crying your eyes out. You probably didn't sleep, what the hell, because, well, Chantz is dead. You're all fucking sad. And so you go to the funeral the next day, and you do, sometimes you do the Catholic ritual where they sprinkle a little water on you, or the Baptist thing where they bring out the band and start singing. I like those, a little more uplifting. It's like, oh, the son of a bitch is gone. Hell yeah. But no, I'm used to the Catholic one, the sad one where everyone's quiet and crying, but you don't want to cry too loud, or else the foreign priest is gonna yell at you in a thick accent. Um, anyway, you're dead. You know, they bring you over to wherever they're gonna put you. You know, if they burn you, they burn you. You know, if they don't, they shoot you with drugs and just let you sit there. And then they have this little ritual. All right, at these funerals. Okay, mind you, usually the next day after the wake, the event where you stare at somebody for 12 hours and make sure they're dead. You have this little profession where everyone gets up and says their final goodbyes, and then they close your casket and they put you in the car and they take you to where you're going to be buried. But anyway, get a load of this. What the hell were y'all doing for 12 hours the previous night? You didn't say goodbye? Like, maybe you were so awestruck by the dead corpse in the front of the room that you figured, well, what the hell? I'll do it tomorrow. You know, what's some damn procrastinators, you know, say your final goodbyes right before they're going to close the coffin, right? You know, and maybe you say goodbye twice, but how many times are you going to say goodbye in 12 hours? And then the next day, you just go to these funerals and say goodbye again. Anyway, hopefully by now, people are over you being dead, you know. Maybe now that they've closed the casket, it's like, oh, well, now he's in the box, you know. I can now separate that memory I've had of him for so long, you know, now that he's in that the little $10,000 box with Tempur-Pedic mattress in it, you know, heavy as shit, by the way. You ever, you know, this is another thing. What the hell's the wheel for? You know, they wheel you out, but then when they carry you to the car, they pick you up. You know, it's like, I don't know about y'all, but I don't really trust a lot of my family to be carrying around my weight and Tempur-Pedic mattress around this friggin' church. You know, don't drop me. You know. So anyway, you get buried and they say the final goodbyes. And man, now that your friend or family member is dead, you know, I'm using me as an example. Now that I'm dead and you looked at me for damn near 15 hours in the past 48 hours, well, you know, by then I'd start asking for compensation in terms of like, you know, this is a job at this point, watching to make sure you're not alive. I mean, what the hell are you paying the weird guy who buries people for? You know, you're doing all the work watching this body and make sure it doesn't wake up. You know, what the hell he does. You know, he does the thing and says goodbye, and it's like, I could have did that. But anyway, they bury you. And nothing better than after a funeral, the final memory you have of this person has been just letting them bake in the fluorescent light of a, a funeral home, you know, for 12 hours. You know, I just think it's a bit outrageous, you know. If I died, and hell, leave me where I fall, you know, as long as it's not in a Target or something. God forbid I die in a Target, you know, because that's a little suspicious, right? You know, they'll stop you for anything at these stores nowadays, you know. All these people stealing and stuff, and I don't steal nothing. That's lame. You know, I just buy it. Why would I steal it? You know, I just buy it. So I just buy my stuff and I go out, and then they stop me because I don't know, maybe I'm a suspicious looking person, and they say, hey, you should give me your receipt so I could see what you bought. And it's like, why the hell you want to see what I bought? You know, he's like, well, to make sure you're not stealing. I'm like, well, if I have a receipt, how do you know if I stole anything? You know, quite obviously, you know, this is some kind of power play between these, you know, retired people standing in the front of these stores asking for receipts. You know, it's like, you can't even read the damn receipt without your 10-inch thick glasses. You know, what the hell? What are you the one who's gonna stop me from stealing? You know, it's like, yeah, this is a real deterrent. You know, people stealing stuff from our stores. You know what we'll do? We'll put the oldest people that we can find Pay them 7.25. Hell, minimum wage. That's higher than it's ever been in their lifetime. 7.25, and we'll make them just check receipts. Check your damn receipts and just say, hey, don't steal, or else these 80-year-olds are gonna. Oh, you don't want these 80-year-olds to find out you're stealing. What the hell are they gonna do? I'll sneeze and they'll fall over, let alone chase me. So, but anyway, I'd hate to die in a Target. You die in like the milk aisle, and I hope I die in the milk aisle. Because they probably won't have a lot of people getting milk. It'll be kind of like a little experiment. So, what's gonna smell worse? The milk no one's buying, or me? Laying out in the second aisle next to the freezers. Hell, I might outlast that. It's real cold in those freezer aisles. Hell, I might outlast milk. That's a good goal to have. When I die, I want to outlast milk. Anyway, thank you for watching. This has been Chantz Talk. Hope we can catch you on the next one, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one.